Aloha, I'm Andy Madrid, your favorite Big Island agent, because I know my stuff. Today we're talking about surveys. You're like, what? Why are we talking about surveys? Because early today, I went out to go photograph a property. The property owner, who I move a lot of property for, called me up and said, hey, can you go out and shoot this property? And we're gonna put it on the market. And I get out there to look at it, and there's a bulldozer, and they have pretty much flattened the entire property. So I pull up my little thing on my phone that shows me where the boundary lines are and my GPS, and I look on the map and I'm like, this isn't right. They're on the wrong property. I step it off. Sure enough, I know for a fact it's not on the right property. But I reach out to the excavating company. They come out and measure it, and yep, they're in agreement. There are tools on your phone that can overlay the county's boundary lines of properties with where you're located at. And if you look behind me right here, these are a couple of survey markers. You're gonna find these on properties that have had surveys. You're gonna find they'll either be pins in the ground, hammered into the asphalt. These are like monuments that show you where the boundaries are. If you're going to build on a property, you always wanna make sure that you're doing it on your property and you're in the right location. You're within the proper setbacks. So you always want to get a survey. There are a bunch of reputable survey companies here on the island, and there's a handful that are not that good. And there are two things. On your contract, there's going to be a K1 staking, and there'll be a K2 survey. A K1 staking, they're going to go out there and they're going to stake it, but they're not going to produce a report for you. A K2 survey, this is K2 of the contract, is going to come out with their equipment. They're going to measure it. They're going to certify it as something you can get recorded with the county that shows that you had your property surveys. It's always important to do it. They're not that expensive. They're well worth it, because you don't want to do what's happened in a number of places. Like a big famous case that happened last year in Hawaiian Paradise Park on the east side, where a builder came out, they excavated the property, they built a house on it, only realized it was on the wrong lot. And the rightful owner has every right to keep that property, because it was the builder's mistake. So, buyer beware, fair warning, do your homework, get a survey. I'm Andy Madrid. You want to know more about living here in Hawaii, great properties that are opportunities, great neighborhoods, school systems, give me a call. Have a great day. Aloha.